So multiple choice practice, the very last one, because you will have a one like this on the test. It's the graph of f prime, not the graph of f. On what intervals is f increasing? Again, your brain just knows what increasing means. It sees the picture, and your brain is immediately, I don't know, it's one of those things that your brain is really amazing that it works so fast that immediately it jumps to that right there. Because increasing, got it. But this is f is increasing, so we got to slow our brains down and translate from f to f prime, because this is an f prime information, so I need to make it an f prime question. So don't read the f question, make it an f prime question. And so what am I looking for in terms of f prime? If f is increasing, what does that mean about f prime? It's positive. Right, that's why we did those warm-ups and that things you know worksheet that said that same thing 400 ways. So now I'm looking for where f prime is positive. Okay, so I've shifted this question to an f prime question, and I've got an f prime graph. So f prime is positive only between -3 and -2. So that means f is increasing between -3 and -2. Justify your answer? Well, that little statement is my justification. Okay, this, again, it's not English class. I don't need a paragraph explaining it. I need the calculus reason that this is where it's increasing. And the calculus reason is f prime is positive between -3 and -2. Part B, find the x-coordinate of each point of inflection on that graph. Justify your answer. Well, point of inflection, that has to do with the second derivative changes signs. Well, I don't have second derivative, so I need to rephrase this in terms of what I do have. So I need to make this a first derivative question. So what about the first derivative tells me the second derivative? Yeah, so I could rewrite this as the slope of f prime changes signs. Slope is another word for derivative. So what we've really said is the derivative of a derivative. That's the second derivative. So the slope of f prime changes signs. Let's see. So I'm looking for just increasing, decreasing of f prime. So right there it changes. So at x equals 0, it goes from decreasing to increasing. It's also a cusp, so who knows, the graph is probably weird there. But the slope of f prime changes. And then it changes also at x equals 2. And then part C, find an equation for a tangent line. So I need slope and point. Oh, well, there's the point, 0, 3. So I need the slope at x equals 0. Well, that means I need f prime at 0. But I have a graph. F prime at 0 is -2, just from the picture. F of 0 equals -2. Color code the problem here. So now I've got a slope and a point. It's easy now. Y minus 3 equals -2 times x minus 0. The biggest problem with those type problems is people answering these questions as if this is the graph of f. AP knows that, and that's why they try 3 different ways to tell you that this is not the graph of f. You know, it'll be labeled, this is the graph of f prime. Then it'll say, the graph of f prime is what's shown above. So we're not trying to trick you, but you do need to recognize what you're given And that means you have to translate some of the questions to things in terms of f prime so that you can use the graph. So the questions aren't hard as long as you can translate, I guess.